So we are doing a unboxing of our solar lights, street lights, and solar floodlights. Welcome everyone to the live stream. So this what we have right here is a 800-watt solar street light, all in one. Panel is attached to the light. Power button, turn it on. Ooh, it's very bright. So the process is that once we purchase these lights, we check each and every one of them before we add them into inventory. Might take a couple of days before we finish checking all of them to make sure that they are working and they meet the quality standards. So when we finish with one, put it down and we check another one. Ensure that all the parts are included. It comes with a remote control and the bolts. Turn it on. And turn it off. Check the panel, ensure that there's no damage, and check the material, the housing, to ensure that there's no damage before we add it into inventory. Sometimes we don't check all of them at the same time. We'll check 4 or 5 come in the box. So we check a minimum of 4, 3 or 4. But once they are going out to the customer, we ensure that we check them before dispatching. So it goes through another verification process. The remote control is good as well. I have to check for that, ensure that there's no damage. This is good to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is in the case. These are actually the 800 watts. So everything is okay. And we repeat the steps. Sure that the light is okay. Panel is also okay. when we do this, we are basically checking for quality. So our supplier will know if we receive any damaged item. And doing it this way will prevent the customer from receiving defective items. So we check and we ensure that all our products are quality standard. So once the light meets the standards, we would put them in inventory. So far, we found no defective item. Everything is of quality standard. Well, we have some very good suppliers though. We hardly receive defective items. And if we do, they will replace them. We have good relationship. with our supplier. But we still have to do the testing. Wow, look at that. This is 800 watt. This is a super bright light. Look at that. That's 800. It's very bright. Stays on all night. Can be set to motion as well. So motion meaning that it will set to dim. It will automatically comes on when it gets dark. When the event is detected, it will get super bright. Or you can set it for it to stay on bright all night. Whichever option is best for you. And using solar lights really help with reducing your electricity bill, and also it also helps. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. It helps to reduce your electricity bill, and you're helping as it relates to the SDG goal number 7. So you're also doing the environment a favor and living on Earth. And most of us live in climate countries, so why not utilize the sun? That's the best thing. Utilizing the sun is very important. So when it's finished, we'll just slide it over here for it to go into the storage. Then we'll move on to a different set. This is a, let's do this one. Okay, so this is a triple L. You can see on our channel, we also have demonstration video of the triple L. The triple L light, this is a triple L. We got some in inventory as well. So this is the solar panel. It is attached to the light. This is the triple L. So it has 3 sides in which the light is projected from. Power button is right here at the bottom. So that is mode 1, mode 2, and mode 3. So mode 1 is a stay on mode. It will stay on for 12 hours, sorry. Mode 2 will stay on for 8 hours on the same brightness. And mode 3 is a motion mode. So you can adjust. That's why it's called a triple L. So it has 1, 2, 3 areas for lighting. So I'm covering the solar panel for you to see it. So you can turn one to the left, the other to the right, and the middle. Or you can turn all of it, all 3 in the same direction. It's a very bright light. It's 2,500 lumens. So it's a very bright light. Ensure that it is off, because if I put it back in the box without turning it off, it will automatically comes on and the battery will die fast. So I have to ensure that I turn it off. Okay. So we're not going to check all of these right now. the triple head solar lights. We're not going to check all of them right now. That will be done another day. So today we are focusing on the floodlights and the street lights. Ensure that this is placed properly so that it fit into the box the right way. Manual and the screws. So we're going to be unboxing the 500 watt. So we do a tally check as well as to what we check and place in storage. Just to ensure that we receive the right quantity. So we are checking for quality and quantity. Very important. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of demonstration videos and solar products, solar lights, solar wall lights, street lights, floodlights, Christmas lights, decorative lights. So the Christmas lights are also decorative lights. They can also be used throughout the year. Don't have to be Christmas for you to use the solar Christmas lights. And we also stock solar fans. We have demonstration videos on our channel relating to all of those products. So this is the 500 watt. All right, so this is the 500 watt solar street light. Ensure that you're seeing it. This is very bright too. This has the 800 watt, but you know the 800 watt will be much brighter. So we have a lot more to go, but we're not going to be doing all of them on the live. Just a few to show you the process. It comes with remote, bracket. remote control. We have to ensure that the remote control is not damaged. So we check that too. This is the 500 watt. Wow, look at that. Oh wow, it's very bright. And it's also, just as the 800 watt, it can be set to motion sensor where it automatically comes on at 6, but it comes on dim. When movement is detected, it gets super bright. Or you can set it with the remote so that it stays on all night, the live stream. But in the interest of time, I'm not going to do it right now. But I will do a testing to show you how it works further down in the live stream, how the remote control actually works. And remember, guys, with the remote control, you don't have to turn it on every day or every night. You have to take the remote to turn it on. No, it will automatically turn on in the evening. Once it gets dark, the light will automatically come on. But with the remote control, you can set it if you want it to stay on for 2 hours. You can set it for it to operate for 2 hours, or you can set it for it to operate for 4 hours, 8 hours, or you can just select auto and it will stay on for 12 hours until the next morning. And it will remain on auto until you decide to change it using the remote control. So this is one down, 1 of 5. I said 5 is in the box. So this is 1 of 5. Sometimes I start from the middle. And we normally check 3 or 4 of them. Sometimes 5, depending on how I'm feeling, or yeah, depends on how I'm feeling basically. But I have to check them. Welcome to the live stream. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel and also like this video. So this is a 500 watt. This one is pretty bright too. It's on the motion mode right now. So when they come, they're automatically set to motion. So you can use the remote control and change it to the mode in which you want it to be in. Okay. So the remote is in there. I did check. It's there. Turn off the light. You don't want to restock the item with the light on. You do that, the battery will run down, and when you're ready to take from inventory, you would have to recharge. And that's one of the reasons why we check as well, to ensure that the items are charged. If it's not charged, then we will put them to charge. If you put them to charge and it's not coming on, we know that that is a battery issue, and we will notify the supplier. So that's 2. I think I'm going to check 3 from this box. So everything is in there, packaged properly too. That's one of the things I really like with the supplier. It's packaged properly, because they know that if they have defective products, they would have to replace them. This is so bright. So bright. Look at that. I think I'm going to do a field testing with these lights. Haven't done any field testing in a while. I think I'm going to go on the field sometime soon to do a field testing to show you the brightness of these lights. That's the whole aim of the field testing, to demonstrate. Okay, so this box is okay. was box number 1 for the 500 watt. That's we test so far. I'm going to test all the 500 watts today. I want to do some testing on the solar floodlights. Okay. We have everything in here. Off. And the repackage. Right, everything goes back into the box because we don't want when it's time for us to take from inventory. We have missing items because we are checking for missing items as we go along, but we also want to ensure that everything is packaged the way it's supposed to. That's the reason why I don't take out all 5 one time and then try to repack them. As I take them out and test them, I package them same time. Because if you do it the other way, then you might find that a remote control might end up, 2 remote control might end up in 1 box. You don't want that situation. Then a customer will be without a remote control, and we don't want that. Ah, look at that. So bright. And apart from doing this testing also, the items, the set that are going into mini inventory, because we have major inventory and we have mini inventory. So these going into the major inventory, and we'll be pulling from the major inventory to put into the mini inventory. So the mini inventory will be tested maybe tomorrow. We put a few out for it to be fully charged, and then we'll leave them on overnight to see how they operate. So that is also a part of the process. Okay, so we have our batteries for our remote control. We have our remote control as well. Yeah. And this is the back for the lights. And I like what the supplier is doing now. They're keeping the bolts together. Before they used to use a thinner packaging, and it will just burst open and everything will be all over the place. And we have to find new packaging for the bolts. But I'm happy that they improved. And our relationship is strengthened as well. So we have that. So we're going to leave the other 2. I'm going to check the other 2 right now. That's this is the 800. The 800 was checked, and we checked some 500 to 500 so far. Inventory going. And the checks. Hit the like button, guys. Use the light so that other persons can see and join the live stream. Education is key. So the more we know, the better we will be. Okay, so that's two. Finalize this one. One, two. So this is another case of 500 bucks. So guys, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can go in the about section and you will learn about our brand and how you can contact us if you want to purchase. If you're in Jamaica and you want to purchase, you can always contact us. All the information is in the about section on our YouTube channel. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. And please like this video so other persons can be notified and join the live stream to learn something. So this one comes with two. Is it two? Oh, I thought it was two. Actually one. So far, I'm satisfied with the one that I've checked so far. Some person do say if you check so much, you don't have to check anymore, but you never know which one will have the defective items. And you have a particular time frame to get back to the supplier to let them know that you found defective items. So we really don't want a time frame to pass because we did not do our due diligence. Even though I check 3 of each, I still can miss maybe one or two of the sets that I did not check. Maybe would have defective items, but at least 80% is checked. Even though we have good relationship with our supplier and we know that they deliver quality to us, we still have to check. And we have been using the supplier for a very long time, but we still need to check. All right, everything is in the box. Earlier, before I start streaming, one of the package was missing a bolt. So it happens sometimes. We're all humans. It's not everything that machine will do. So most of these lights are packaged by human. Well, all of them, they are packaged by human. I doubt that they use machine to package the lights from the supplier that we support. So errors can be made. Even machine can make errors as well. Robots, even though they said robots are taking over, robots can make mistake too. It's not programmed properly. And if you have human interaction along with the robot doing the task, you can have error. is the third one from this box. And we look at the panel. Panel is so nice, and quality panel. This is a quality solar panel. And the lights are also waterproof. So they are designed for rain. So if it gets wet in the rain, that's not a problem. Nothing to worry about. It's designed for outdoors. Check three so far. 500 watts so far. I'm gonna check the fourth one, and then we're gonna leave the others for another day. So we have time. We use the pen. Let me use the pen instead. If you know, you know. Okay. I don't hear any battery shaking in this box. So the supplier missed a battery from this box, but it's just the battery for the remote. Can get those at a convenience store. No problem, not a big deal. Turn it on. Nice. It's looking good. Panel is good. And the reality is this, guys. This is the big deal. Along with the light, the back part of the bracket to go onto the light, they used to attach it to the light itself with the bolts. Oftentimes the bolts normally would drop from the the light itself would fell out, and I would have to put it back together so it looked presentable when distributing. But the supplier decided to do it like this now. So all of this is now very important since they separated from the light itself. So this must be in the box. If you don't have this part, you cannot install the light. And these are not easily get at convenience. So you need measurement, the right size, the right inches, because you have ½ inch, you have 1 inch, you have 3/4 inch. The various different sizes. So very important right now. And if the box look away defective, I normally would pull that one. Definitely. Because I want to know why the box look defective. If the box look defective, it could mean that the light is damaged during transportation. So I'd want to check those before I put them in inventory. Ooh. At that. So bright. Yeah, the panel is good. So this is the back part that I'm talking about right here. So this is like a covering right here. So you bolt it on, and then the bracket will go in this section here, this hole right here. I definitely going to do a field test of the 500 watt and the 800 watt. And we recently changed supplier for the floodlights. So I'm really excited about doing the testing for those. We had requested sample before. So what we normally do is test for probably 6 months, 3 to 6 months. And if we like the performance, then we will stop the item. So we don't just stock items, we test first. Go through a testing phase of 3 months. I used to do it up to a year, but I haven't been doing up to a year anymore. So 6 months is good for testing. Then we decide if we're going to bring it into inventory. And these are already in inventory for maybe 2 years now. We've been selling the 500 watt and the 800 watt. So these are known to the Jamaican market. All right, so we're going to go on to the floodlight, but I'm going to move over these so I get some space to do the testing of the floodlights, which I'm very excited for the 75 watt, the 125 watt, and the 200 watt. I need to do a field testing on those as well. Super excited for the 125 and the 75 is the first that we are going to be selling the 75. The 75 is actually an upgrade of the 60 watt. So what we used to stock at 60 watt is now a 75 watt. And what used to be 100 watt is now 125. So I'm excited about that. And I know you guys will be excited to see the demonstration videos too. Those will be placed on our YouTube channel in the playlist that is called Solar Floodlight. So you can check out that playlist on our YouTube channel. Share the live, guys. Please share the live with other persons and like the live as well. Hit the like button. Those are in the main storage. So let's see what's in this box. This is one of them that custom had opened. I think it's the 125 watt. Yeah. Custom is great. Not a lot of problem here in Jamaica. Sometimes. Depends on the time of the month and the day of the week and the time of the day. Customs can be good or they can be but we have to do what is right. We have to support our government in what they are doing. And you know the Bible says to obey the law of your land. So that is also key. So for the 100 watts, 125 watts, yeah, it's newly added. This is the size. It's a 12 by 9 inch. Let me bring this up a little for you to see. Right, so it's a 12 by 9 inch solar light. It's made from ABS material. Yes, ABS and metal as well. The bracket is very good, very firm. I like that. The nuts and the bolts are intact. Very good. I like that as well. And what we have here, we have Solar Light Sunshine City. That's our brand. We support this brand. We stand behind this brand, Sunshine City. IP67, that means it is waterproof and it is dust proof. So, and it is also frost proof, meaning the same snow, right? So you don't have to worry about if it's snowing, you're going to get inside the light, you're going to damage the light. No, it is sealed. IP67. That's what IP67 stands for. Waterproof, dustproof, and frostproof. Right, so we have 125 watts. So I'm going to turn this one on. And tomorrow I'll be doing some detailed testing on these, including outdoor testing, charging them up and leaving them on for overnight, just a few, to see how they operate, to ensure that they meet our quality standard. But for now, I'm going to get some batteries for this remote. I don't normally open the sachet to take out the battery that comes with the bolts. No, I don't normally take them out to do the testing. I use my own batteries for the testing. I don't want to break the sachet. And guys, bear in mind, when I turn on one light, all the lights in the box will be turned on. So I normally check every one of these. On. Ooh, this 125 is kicking. It's good. This is good lighting. And the thing with these floodlights, they stay on all night. Not like the 500 watt and the 800 watt street light that will go on dim and get bright when movement is detected. Or you'd have to use the remote to set the 500 watt or the 800 watt to stay on all night. With these, they automatically stay on all night. And you have the remote where you can set it to stay on for 3 hours. So if you click 3 hours, it will automatically turn off after 3 hours. If you select 5 hours, it will do the same after 5 hours. And 8 hours, it will automatically turn off after 8 hours. But we love light, so we set it to auto. So once you set it to auto, it will automatically stay on until the next morning. And the other thing with this light too, the 100 watt upgraded version, it have charge indication. You cannot see it now because the light is on, but I can see it from where I'm at. It will show you 5 levels. So the first one is like 20%. Yeah, the second one is 40%. The third is 60%. The fourth one is 80%, and the fifth one is 100%. When lights are shipped internationally, because they have built-in battery, because this light right here, the reason why it comes on is because it has built-in battery. So once you're shipping items with battery, the international standard is that you do not fully charge the item when you're sending it out. You have to charge it like 60%, 50% or less. So that's what the supplier did in this case. So I would have to finish charge these or sell it as is, and the customer will recharge it to 100%. but this is looking good so far. I'm liking it. When it's off, all lights are off. Yeah, and the panels are separated, so they are in a separate box. So let's repackage this one here and go on to test another one. And I remove the battery. Ensure that the remote and the bolts go back into the box. So I'm going to use my batteries to test another light. When I was at Customs, they did a testing on, they opened one of the box of the 75 and one of the 125. And as you can see, the packaging of this, they ensure that they put foam in front of the glass to prevent it from break. And so far, I'm not seeing any damage, even though this is the second one that I'm testing. I haven't seen any damage so far, which is good. The damaged item is not good. And we have to test the remote. Each remote control with these lights, because these lights cannot be turned on. The first time you're going to use it, you have to turn it on using the remote control. Nice, and all of the LED lights are working. It's nice. There's no damage. Seen any damage? No auto damage. Take out these battery. That's the short way. The longer way is to do it. Pop it open like this. Yeah, short ways will work as well. The long way. So we have 10 pieces in this box. And I honestly want to check all of what is in this box, especially from this supplier. What get me scared is not checking all of them. Then when you're ready to remove from inventory, they're having problem or missing items. So I always try my best to check everyone. If it means that it will be over a number of days, we try our best to do that. And if the team was here, all of us will be doing the testing to speed up things. See this? Okay, came on. That's good. I was a little bit worried a while ago. Like the live, guys. Please like and share. You can take down our contact information as well. So go to our page, our channel. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and we have a WhatsApp catalog. So all of that is in the About section on our YouTube channel. You know, we're always posting videos, demonstration videos on our YouTube channel. Because we think it's very important that customers know how products work. And very good to educate persons about solar lights and how they work and tips and tricks that they can use to reduce their electricity bill. So it's not all about placing solar panels on the roof. Even if you have solar panels at home, with your power bank or your battery system at home. It is very good to have these solar lights that you use around the house as opposed to using your solar system battery battery system for to power your lights around the house. It will extend your battery life. So the less thing you have on your solar system at home, the better it is for you, the longer the battery life. You know, those batteries can be expensive depending on where you are in this world. For in Jamaica, it's a bit pricey. So you really want to take some pressure off your solar system. And if you're using power from JPS or any other electricity power company, you want to reduce your electricity cost as well. So you use solar products, these solar floodlights, solar street lights, solar wall lights, and solar fans. And the solar fans are very effective too. The solar fans will operate for 12 hours and you can change the speed. It's actually behind me right now, cooling me down as I do this live. So we have videos on our channel relating to the solar fans. You can check those out as well. Yeah, and we help to design these lights and change the battery power, because sometimes when you get items from suppliers, they might use their own standards, and their standard and our standard are two different standards. So they might use to a environment in which they get the sun up to 8 p.m., 7 p.m. So they don't need light until probably 9 p.m. So you know, from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., that's not 12 hours. And we get our light, our sun goes down like from 6:37, before 7, 6 o'clock, 6:30, our light go down, sun go down. So we need our light, so the light will automatically turn on at that time. So we need longer battery time. So we have to customize our goods. So as you can see with this one, it's actually broken. Not a big deal. It's just a sachet broken. So it's just for me to reinsert and see at the side here. So repackage, ensure all the parts are there. If you miss one part, you know, you're going to have trouble with installation, and we don't want that. So this is our fifth one from this box. This is actually 10 in the box. The package it properly. So we do 10 today and some more tomorrow and the other day and the other day and the other day. So that's how we do it. Just to ensure that we have good quality products going to our customers. Yes, so we don't have any defect on this one. It's looking good. You can do the light testing now. Hit the like button, guys, and share the live with other persons so that they can come over and watch what you're doing. Thank you. So we're going to start repacking the box. Once we reach the bottom of the box, we'll start the repacking process. Brackets and remote control. Need the remote control to turn it on. Yeah, this is bright. And I really like the foam, the use of the foam to cover the glass of the lights. I really like that because this glass can break. Not easily, but it can break, especially during transportation, shipment. When things go onto the ship, they don't handle it with care. They just want to get the job done. So they can be a bit rough with the items with no regards to what is in there. So I'm really happy that the supplier would package properly. And I appreciate that the goods are packaged properly, so less damage. So far, this is one of many boxes, many cases to go through, but so far it's looking good. Do not miss the plastic. And I have to use the same remote for all of them. You know why I have to use the same remote control to test all of them? You don't want to use one remote to test all the lights and say, oh yes, they're all working. What if the remote is defective? You want to ensure that the remote that is in the box, individual box, is actually working. So I don't use the same remote to test all lights. But as I said before, if you turn on the light right now, okay, this is a perfect example. This is one that I tested already, but because I used the remote earlier to turn on this one here, this light was turned on. So I have to ensure that when I press the button to turn off the lights, all lights are off because it's the same technology, the same sensor that is in, same type of sensor that is in all the remote control for this brand light. So one remote can be used to turn on all lights and to turn them all off. So I have to ensure that they're all off. If that is not done, then the battery can run down when it's time to take from storage. And we don't want that. We want to ensure that everything is working before. And if I check all 10 in one box, then next box now I can check 8 or 7, you know, a little window right there. Bolts. These bolts feel heavier than the ones before. Not sure why. Maybe an extra part is in it. Sometimes we do get extra part in our item. This is a 120 watt solar light. For those who just joined in the live, we're doing testing of the solar lights and solar street lights, unboxing and testing to show the demonstration as to the process that it goes through before we add them into inventory. So once they're delivered, we will test to ensure that they are working and they meet our quality standard. So this one here is 120 watt. So we recently upgraded this at 25 watt to the 60 watt to the 100 watt and 10 more watt to the 60 watt. So we have 75 watt, 125 watt, and the 200 watts. And so far I am pleased and I am impressed with the 125 watts. Yeah. We help to design these items as well, and they are our brand, Sunshine City brand. We designed, and the reason why we have to help to design these things, because where we live in Jamaica, we love lights. We love bright lights. We love lots of light. Right through the night, we love lights. So we want to ensure that the lights will stay on throughout the night. This is also 12,000 mAh battery in the 100 watts, so you know that you will have light right through the night. When you're selecting solar lights, just giving you a quick tip, when you're selecting solar lights, please ensure that you check for the quality of the battery. Ensure that the battery duration will last all night. Very important. Okay, I package one of the box without the bolts. So what I do in that case, I just drop it in the box right here. So whenever we're taking out stuff, we know exactly that when we come across a box without the bolts, we know that it belongs to it, to that particular box. So this one is finished. Quality is good. Yeah, it's good. Had no issue with this one. So we have to move on to another. So we do the quality check and we do the login. Floodlight 125. How many so far? One check so far. So we continue this process. Let's see what is in this box. Don't want to go in the specific order of doing 125 watts only and 200 watts only and 170 and 75 watt only. Want to mix it up. So these are some panels, solar panels. Yeah, these are some solar panels. These are packaged properly. Look at that. Yeah, my supplier knows us very well. This seems like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 panels per box. So the bracket is at the bottom right here. Yeah, I don't like to take it from that side. I like to take it from the opposite side, but I still have to check both sides to ensure that the panel is in there. But I like to check the panels as well to ensure that the panels are working, that they are not broken. See, not a bad panel. Yes, so the maximum power is 15 watts, the 6 voltage. This is actually a 100 watt solar panel. This is for the 100 watt that I just checked. Normally check every single one of them, especially the ones at the end of the box. I have to check those. Yep, bracket is in there. If you don't have the bracket, you will be in a little problem. You won't be able to install it without the bracket. So you need the bracket. And I just need to look to see that it's not damaged. Panel is not damaged before I add them into inventory. So we're going to create some space in inventory. In storage, not really inventory, but storage for these items. So we prefer to check them before we add them into storage, main storage at that. As I said earlier in the live, we have two levels of storage. We have the main storage and we have the mini storage. The mini storage what we pull from daily. And those must be tested and charged by us before dispatching. So we'll move things from the main to the mini. So we'll say main and major and minor. We don't call it that. We call it main and mini. But they're all of quality standard. Guys, feel free to comment in the section, in the chat. Please like this live and share the link with other persons. This is what the fifth one. Yes, so at the bottom here, you have the bracket, and you flip it over, you check the solar panel. Panel is great, as you can see, no damage. So if our suppliers are watching this, they will know that we didn't get any defective items, which is good. I ain't gonna share our supplier's name though, because we work long hours and nights to check to design our products with our suppliers. Long hours, because we want the best. If it's not of quality standard, it's just not pleasing. We will change supply. If you're not performing, if a supplier is not performing, we are going to change supplier. If a supplier is not conforming to performing and conforming, that's to go. We're going to change supplier. But it's all business, right? And we want the best for our brand and for our customer. Yeah. Some suppliers are very good to work with. They are easy to work with. Even though you might have the communication challenges. Yeah, but some of them, they are very good. They understand what quality is. And we tend to look for some professional qualifications as well. And if they are meeting certain international standards as well, if they stand behind certain international standards, that is even good for us. And we look at their quality policies as well to see what they stand for and what they say that they will do as it relates to their product quality. Very important to us. Yes, this one has the bracket, and I'm impressed so far. We don't have nothing. None of them are damaged. All of them are in good standing. Okay, these were long. That is attached 15 feet. So, and we have installation videos on our YouTube channel as it relates to the solar floodlights. So if you look into the playlist that says solar floodlight, you will see a lot of demonstration videos. So this one set that is ready. Should probably do another set from here. So let me make a note of that. 10. All right. Okay, make sure that everything is okay before I try to lift that. Okay, so this two says let's see what is in this. This should be some solar panel. 10 solar panel. It's sure that I am opening the box properly, not from the side, but from the top. So we do a count. It's the first thing we do when we open this box, and this seems short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's not short, it's just a bigger box. Okay. Do the count and we match it back with what is on the box right here. So on the side right here it says 10. Got to ensure that 10 is in the box. And we do name checks as well. So I want to ensure that it's our company name on it, or the person who did the order names appear on the boxes. Okay, so this one is set a little different. Panels on the side. So they use what? The same bracket. Let us see. This seems bigger. This should not be. This should not be. Look at this. This is a defective item right here, because you have the hold right here. You have another one right here. So the panel should be like this. And the bracket, let me turn it around. And the bracket should be like here. So look at that space right here. This bracket is not for this panel. So we identify one with a little with a, it might seem like a little defect, but it's a major defect, because if you don't have a bracket, you cannot install against the wall. And this is actually a 12-watt solar panel, 6 voltage. The one before was a 15-watt. So this is for the 75-watt solar panel. So I'm going to put this aside. Let me check the bottom to see if there's more than one in there. No. And if you notice, this panel was at the side of the box. Came in at the side of the box right here. Not supposed to be. That's not the normal thing. So we put that aside and just check another one to see what is really going on. It could be an error. I hope it is a error for one and not a error for all. See, this one is the same thing. The bracket is at the side and the brackets are bigger than the panel. So it's a wrong bracket. So I have to now take a video to show the supplier what is going on. See? Incorrect panel. Incorrect bracket for the solar panel. This bracket is too big for the solar panel. But we will continue checking to see if it's a case where the 200-watt panel got mixed up, bracket got mixed up with the 75 watts. Oh my, if it's an error, our supplier should be able to have it dealt with as soon as possible. It's really challenging to put it back into the box. Just a second. Okay, guys, so I had to make a quick call. But based on what I am seeing so far with this set of solar panels with the bracket that comes in the box, the bracket is way bigger than the solar light. They cannot like bend it to fit. That is not appropriate. So I definitely have to reach out to the supplier, read this box. I'm not gonna pull them all out because I'm seeing, see there, it's bigger also. And the panel goes horizontal. The bracket goes horizontal, not vertical. So they made a mistake with this box right here. So I have to make a note of that. Have to make a note of that and take some videos to relate the incident to the supplier. So this one here, panel effect. So since the entire set is effective, I'm going to put them one side and move on to a different set to see what is going to. I hope we don't have the same problem with the other sets. Because if you have a problem with the entire set, then it cannot be sold. That's something that we would not want. I already checked these. All needs to be in good standing. or we normally use a marker to indicate on the box, so when you go in storeroom it is easier to identify. So these will be also labeled before going into the storeroom. So these are the ones that we identify with the issue, so we just put them one side until we speak to the supplier about the bracket, the size of the bracket and the panel. And that's the reason why we have to check everything, guys. The same size panel here. Let us see the same issue. Let us see. So we do the count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We check the box. It says 10. That's good. Then we will check to see. Check both sides. See? Panel is at the side again. And the bracket for it is not matching. It's not matching. I don't like that. I don't like that. See? You put the bracket. There's no way you're going to squeeze out a bracket. I have to speak to them to see, to hear what they have to say. Because you don't normally have a bracket this wide. No, you don't have a bracket this wide. For this is way big. This is bigger than the panel. You don't normally install by squeezing it up like this. No. No, the bolts will not fit. Look at that. No, it normally relax like that. So we have to speak to the supplier as it relates to this size bracket for the panel. I think they made a mistake, but we will continue checking. Maybe it is for the 200 watt. This bracket looks like a 200 watt solar panel bracket. So they might have made a mistake. Don't like this type of mistake. See, it cannot fit into the box unless it is turned sideways, and it normally comes at the bottom here, just like the 100 watt that we test earlier. So what they did is put it at the side, which is not the right size. So they have to go, they would have to ship some more items, right panel size, like emergency shipment too. Some of these suppliers, they deliberately send you defective items and say to you, oh, when you purchase again, they will send you the correct item, but that's not going to work this time. It's a batch. It's a batch where the bracket is bigger than the panel. So they would have to fix that, like with emergency shipment, express to. See, the box is not opening easily, so you know that the panel is stuck to the side. See, and I'm not going through all of this one here because I know it's the same thing. That's the reason why it's not opening with ease. So we put this to the side as well. We speak to them about that. And we check another set. Hope I can find a perfect set right now. These are what panel also. 10, 10, 20. So we do the count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pieces, match it back with the box. 10 pieces. Then we look to see what is going on. So these are the 200 watt solar panel, and these seem to be packaged properly. See? 15-watt solar panel. Right, so they use the same size bracket like these for the 75-watt. No, that cannot be. So this panel can be installed two ways. At the side right here, the hole is already there for the bolts, or you can nail it down onto the rooftop and hook it on these. So it's two ways in which you can install. Right, so this is the right size for this one. This one is okay, and there is no damage to the panel. That is also good. Yeah, good quality panel. And we ensure we package it properly, since I took it out from the bracket side just to see what is going on with the bracket. And repeat this step for all of them. In this case, we have to check to ensure that everything is working fine. Yeah, bracket is in this one as well. I think I'm going to go to the 75-watt. I'm going to deliberately look for a box with the 75-watt after this box to see what's going on with the 75-watt solar panels and solar lights. I'm going to pull a set to see what's going on. Okay, bracket is in there. What I'm afraid of, when I do a count, I know that it's 10 in the box. I'm afraid of not checking all of them, because I feel like if I don't check all of them, the one that I don't check might be a defective, might got damage during shipment or some other form of defect. So that will like stick on my mind. I did not check all, but you know, before we sell, we normally check again. I like to inform the supplier of the issues. Once we collect products, I like to inform them. I don't like to wait too long to do that. From the middle. Let's put this one. Let's put in loading. There's no damage to the panel. But these panels can break also. So that's the reason to check to ensure that they're good. There's no defect. So what we'll do in the meantime, if it is that those solar panels, normally should stick on the box whenever I do a check. If it is that those panels with the larger brackets, we won't be able to sell those until we get the replacement bracket for them. We just have to sell different size until. Guys, please share the live. Please share the live. And please like the live as well. Panel is in. Please like the live and share the live. have two more to check in this box. 200 watts panel. Bracket is in. Flip it over. Check the quality of the solar panel. Ensure it's not broken. Right. Good. So that is what we have been checking for those who just joining us. We are unboxing solar lights and street lights. We did the street lights earlier, so you can watch over the live to see what we did. And we're now going through the solar floodlights. We're looking at the panels now. We're checking them to ensure that there's no damage. If there are damage, we'll notify our suppliers before it's too late. So we have a practice in our business where we have to check every single item before adding into inventory. Or we check at least 80%. So each box, if a box comes with 5, we check 3 or 4 of the items or all. Especially if we find a defective item, the first box, the next box, we're going to check more. Just like risk management. So we're trying to ensure damage control, quality control, not damage control, but quality control. So not when our customer receive the item, they're going to say, oh, it's defective. But when we're selling to our customers as well, we test our products before we sell to our customers. Okay. All right, so this box is finished. Same 10 or 15. So 6 or 15. So put this one side. The store not up to standard, so we have to sort that out. So open this box right here. These are some floodlights. It seems to be the bigger ones. See the brackets. Ooh, I would have to glue this one. It seems to be 100 watts. It's a box of 100 watts already. On the live, yeah, 125 watts. I don't think I'm gonna do another box. On the live, I'm gonna move on to a 165 watts. This box pull apart. So I have to fix this box. These are some of the things that will happen. So when things like this happen now, we'll have to fix the box the way it's supposed to be. So we're going to move on to a different size. Interest of time, you just put this, we use this as the base as we were using before. They seem to be a 200 watt over here. So let me take this box into the light. This is a 200. This is a box of 200-watt floodlights. It's a huge box. Let me take it down a little bit. Yeah, there's a little weight to it. These are bigger lights. We did the 125 watts earlier. So let us do the 200-watt unboxing. I want to damage the box at all. Great. Bulbs, remote control. I have to do some light testing as well. Yeah, wow, look at this. This is huge. This is huge. You know the battery size is also huge, right? 18,000 mAh, 24,000 mAh. Sorry about that. It's a big battery. Look at this bracket. Very stiff. It's firm. The bolts of the nuts are in there, properly done. Yeah, I like this. And it is our brand, Sunshine City. That's our brand name. Like the live, guys. 200-watt IP67. I explained earlier when we were doing the 100-watt that the IP67, when you're purchasing solar lights, ensure that your IP67 or 66, 65 can work as well. So what that this IP at the front here, what it means is that the light is dust proof, waterproof, and frost proof. So mean that no water or dust can get into the light easily. We can do a water testing as well, which I have videos on our YouTube channel where we're doing the water testing. Floodlight live outside and it's always raining. Whenever it's raining, the water just pour down onto it. And nothing happened. I've been there. It's a 200-watt for years. This is like going into what, the third year of having that floodlight in the front yard that the water pour down on once it's rain. We don't have any problem with it. Still working. What's going on with the battery? I hope it's a battery issue, this one, and not a light issue. Let's see. Let's ensure that we put in the battery properly. And then guys, as I said earlier, with the floodlights, you have to use a remote control to turn it on. This one is not coming on, and I don't know why. I don't know why this one is not coming on. But since it's not coming on, let me just check another one to see. Maybe it's me and the batteries. I don't know. So let us check. Seems like it's me and the batteries. Could be a remote issue as well. So when a light is not working, there are factors that you have to check. You have to check if it's a battery issue in the light, if it's a remote control, something is wrong with, you can have a defective remote control, or if the batteries are just done and not working, finish. Because I'm using two different types of batteries, so that could be a factor. So let me just fix that. Let me see if it's my batteries are the issue. Okay, still not coming on. Let me check if it's a remote. Check a different remote control because it can be a remote control issue as well. This down. Grab another remote control. Or I might have to get a new set of batteries just to be on the safe side. Or the light could just want to charge. The supplier could have sent us light that needs to be charged as well, because we have situation like that before. So it's not coming on. I'm going to check for a different set of batteries. Okay, so we have a different sets of batteries. So let us try again. If not, we'd have to put these to charge to see if the case where the lights want to charge. So it's not coming on. All right, so I'm going to put these one side. Then tomorrow we can always charge them, do a charging test to ensure that, to check to see if it is a charging issue. Because we can get a box full of light and they want to charge. That happens too. See, this one is not coming on either. So we'd have to probably put all of these lights to charge to see what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna put this box aside. We'll do the checking of the thorough check after we charge them up. They seem like they want to charge. That's one thing I don't like, to receive items that need to be charged. I never like that. So I'm going to check to see if they need to charge. If they need to charge, we'll do that. We charge them up and see. It could also be that the supplier said incorrect remote control too. That could be a factor, because the sensor in the remote control can be different and they send wrong remote control. I don't smile for these things, to be honest. When I see things like this, I don't smile for these things. I like when I pull out something, it is at least 25% charge. So I don't know what's going on with this set. So we will charge them up tomorrow and see what's going on. So we move on to a different set. What we said about these are 100 watt. So we're going to check that, and since we check out one set of that already, then I'm going to check another set on the live. TV. Okay, so this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the 75 watt. Oh, this is 125 as well. So we're not going to check the 175 on the live because we did that already. I'm not going to check this one on the live as well. Let's go outdoor for checking to the sun. These are to be checked. Not sure what's going on with those two boxes of panel over there. So this is a box of brackets for the 800 and the 500 watt solar street lights. These are some brackets. Oh no, these are not brackets, but these are brackets. So you use tissue paper to give it a little cushion. These are actually some panels. So let's see what's going on in these boxes. We did 100 watt solar panel before. Did one box of 200, which was okay. I guess it's the 100 watt is not. Oh, The same thing happening with this one. They're placing it at the side, and it's bigger. It's bigger. Look at that. So if these are not changed, if these brackets are not changed, then we'd have to get a welder to weld the hole sideways like this for it to work. And that's additional cost to us because it's supposed to be like this, where the holes are at the side. So, I'm not pleased with this. They did it for the 12 voltage panel, and they come again with the 8 voltage with the same size bracket. Same size bracket. Cannot be. It's not like they made a mistake and put 2 brackets in the box. If that was the case, that would be fine, but so that's the reason why we have to test all of our products before. We have to do the unboxing of everything before we say that we are selling stuff to our customer. So the 75, we don't have any panel for the 75 in the proper bracket. It's just upsetting right now. It's not pleasing to me at all. See? It's not pleasing, same size. But I'm going to do the count. But I have to reach out to the supplier, let them know that they send the wrong size brackets. See? Same thing. So I'm not going to even check the panels until tomorrow when I'm doing the full check off. $25 panels in this box. Put 25 panels in my box. And they seem stuffed. They're stuffed. I have to go look at them. Make sure that they're okay. Panels are okay, but the bracket is the problem. It's additional cost for us to put the holes in the side. Or to do it like that. It would be at a cost to us. Okay, so it's not opening properly. That's the wrong size panel is. The bracket is in the box. I'm not going to go through all of this. Let me not go through all of them right now. So guys, I'm going to look for the 75-watt solar light. I'm going to get a box and do some testing for you. Then we exit the live. Okay, so this is a 75 watts. Oh my, seems like this piece of this is broken. This box is not packaged properly. So you see right here, a little piece is broken. So this is something I have to show the supplier as well. That's why I like to check every single thing. See? At this piece right there, the ABS material. Okay. So this is 75 watt. So bright. I'm gonna go on the field and do a field testing of it as well. Okay. So this is one of them that we'll put one side because of the little piece that is broken right here. We don't sell damaged items unless it's on discount. So it's a little piece broken there. I have to let the supplier know that we found a little defect. I don't normally repackage it. We're trying to get stuff into storage as well. Hope I don't find any more like that. That's the last one like that. First and the last. Yeah, for the remote control. So we use the same. Use a different remote. The remote that comes with the light itself. That's the one that we use to test. But for right now, we cannot sell the 75 watt because the panel brackets are not matching, not the right size. Not pleased with that. Lights is good. Yeah, the lighting is good. And we have to check for all the LED lights to ensure that all of them are in fact working. You know, I should use this before I take the batteries out. Let me try back at 200 watts to see if it will come on. That is the same brand. So chances are it will turn on the 200 watt. Just want to see if the battery is the issue. Okay, it's not. It seems like the 200 watts needs to be charged. This first set that I unboxed. These things will damage your nails. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to exit the live stream now. Thank you for joining us. We were on for 2 hours. Please feel free to watch over the live. Please feel free to comment or send us messages. Also, you can check out our YouTube channel to watch the product demonstration videos. We have the solar fan, the solar lights, the street lights, the floodlights, the wall lights. We have demonstration videos on all those lights and how to do repairs and battery change. We have those videos on our YouTube channel as well. And you can go in the about section to contact us. Thank you for watching. So we need to check off all of these before tomorrow.